So was there a text that was put in the chat room for the teachings?
There is, Raul's taking care of it. It's not really a text for the teachings. There is no commentary, but he is putting the songs in the chat room. So people can't really follow Kempo because he jumps around, but they are there for your reference.
Excellent. Thank you, Marilyn.
No problem.
Sorry, I missed that, Marilyn. The songs are only going to be in the chat room. We can't find them like on our computer. There we go.
Sally, yeah, the link will be in the chat room.
Thank you.
The link is now in the chat room.
Thank you.
What she wanted to know is if she could get it.
Morning, Kempo. Morning, everyone.
Morning.
Morning, Thomas. Morning, Kempo.
Morning.
Good morning, Kempo.
Good morning, Kempo.
Morning.
Hello, Kempo, and everybody again.
Hi.
Wow, did you see the photos?
Oh yeah, that's incredible.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Kempola.
Good morning.
Very quiet here.
Good morning.
Good day to everybody. Good day, Kempola.
Yes, hi.
Kempo.
Morning.
Good day, Kempola.
I feel like
Hi,
I'm doing
Kempo.
extra practice this morning. Ed said it 3 times now.
Well,
I just
that's
realized
good.
it's not morning for everybody, you know, so.
No, it's not. It's evening in Europe, I know.
Yeah, afternoon.
Afternoon.
Yeah,
So what are you, about 6
4
o'clock or
4.
about 4? Okay, yeah.
Nice
6
time.
hours, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Mary, I'm 6. At my in my place it's 6 o'clock.
You're 6. Okay. You're further east.
Yeah.
No wonder I'm confused.
So are we.
At least nobody had to get up at 2 a.m.
Time is ready. Good morning, everyone. Opening prayer. Oh, Mother Saint Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and nations. May the experience of happiness be separate from suffering severely. I will still wish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Oh, Mother Saint Beings, especially those enemies who hate me, obstructors who harm me, and those who create obstacles on my path to liberation and nations. May the experience of happiness be separate from suffering severely. I will establish them in the state of unsurpassed, perfect, complete, and precious Buddhahood. Dala dam warazibe da no barazibe ge tarba dan dam je jembe barda ju baraze ba dam je so sebe manam ka dan nyambe sem je dam je dewa dan de dong har dan ra nyor de lana me ba yang da ba zobe san jo rumbo je do baraza Dasandra, achieving light may I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. Under death, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. From now under this time tomorrow, I perform virtuous deeds with the body, speech, and mind. We take refuge in the Kandaru Lama and the lineage Lamas. We take refuge in the deity of the mandalas of the Yadams. We take refuge in all the exalted Buddhas. We take refuge in the perfect Dharma. We take refuge in the excellent order of the Sanghas. We take refuge in all the noble Dakas and Dakinis and the Dhamma gardens, the possessors of the eye of wisdom. Until I attain the heart of enlightenment. I take refuge in all the Buddhas. I take refuge in the Dharma and likewise an example of the Bodhisattvas. As previous Buddhas invested enlightenment and progress on the Bodhisattva's path. Are true for the benefit of our sentient beings, giving birth to Bodhicitta, and apply myself to complete the stage of the path. In the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha most excellent. I take refuge until enlightenment is reached by the merit of Janarasta and other good deeds. May I take Buddha out for the sake of all sentient beings. May all Mother sentient beings, boundless as the sky, have happiness and the causes of happiness. May they be liberated from suffering, the causes of suffering. May they never be separated from the happiness that is free from sorrow. May they rest in economity free from attachment and aversion. I bow down respectfully with my body, speech, and faithful mind toward Tathangatas in the 10 directions. Those who have already reached the Tathangata state, those who are reaching at the present, and those Tathangata states who come. Through the power of Samantabhara's prayers, may all Buddhas manifest vividly in my mind. I prostrate to them, multiplying my body as many times as there are atoms of the earth. In each atom, I visualize as many Buddhas as there are atoms, surrounded by countless Bodhisattvas. Thus, all space is filled with Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. I praise all Buddhas through manifesting, chanting, expressing the great ocean of their excellent qualities. To all Buddhas, I make offerings of pure flowers, flower garlands of music, honoring oils, manifesting light and fragrance. I make offering to them of fine garments, perfume, and popular, pour high as moon, and orange in the most beautiful way. I visualize the highest and most extensive offerings and offer them with great faith to all Buddhas. I prostrate to them Buddhas and make offering to them, following the deeds of the great Bodhisattva Samantabhara. I confess to you, Buddhas, whatever negative actions I have committed due to the power of anger, desire, and ignorance. I rejoice in the merit of our Buddhas and the 10 directions of the great Bodhisattva and the Pakshika Buddhas, those who have attained Aharasha, those who have entered the path of Aharasha and all other beings. I request to our great protector and the Bodhisattvas to turn the highway of Dharma through the leg, dispelling the darkness of beings in the 10 directions and leading them gradually to the enlightened state. I supplicate those Buddhas intending to pass into Parinirvana to living long for as many eons as there are atoms of the earth in order to benefit all beings. Whatever I have gathered through postations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, All this I dedicate. The ground is sprinkling with the sainted water and the stir with the flower. It is adorned with Meru, the spirit mountain, the four continents, and the sun and the moon. Buddha fair I offer it. May all sentient beings attain the happiness of Buddha fairs. To the lamas who possess the Tirikayas, I offer altar in the sacred offerings. With my body, wealth, and all that is visible, please grant me the spirit realization enlightenment. Whatever merit I have gathered through prostrations, offerings, confession, rejoicing, beseeching, and praying, for the sake of enlightenment of all sentient beings, all this I dedicate. Om Guru Rina Mandala Punza Manga Samandra Savarana Samaya Hom. Echo refuge, honoring of the world, your firm provides the 3,000 words. You are the victor of Vajradhara, with wardrobe, above at the feet of Father Jigten Sumgon. Continually, I think of no one but you. Compassionate one, grant your blessings. Dispel the darkness that surrounds my heart. Please bless me so that I can realize the unliberated nature of mine. Please turn the way of Dharma of the two vehicles and their combination according to disposition and likewise the mental capacity of sentient beings. So now we go to the Manjushri. Page, the Deity Yoga Sadhana, page 32. Long press to Manjushri. His wisdom is brilliant like the sun, free of clouds of two words, and perceive the various steps of knowledge in the true nature. For this reason, he holds the wisdom text at his heart. He has a compassion for all beings who suffering from darkness of ignorance in the presence of samsara, as a father for only son. Like a thunderclap, he awakens those who are sleeping in ignorance and losing the charm of karma. Through the 60 branch of Haramani's speech, he wears the wisdom sword to cut the saddling of suffering and to dispel the darkness of confusion. And the Buddhist our form is pure from beginningless time, fully accomplished in the 10 levels and perfect in the body of all knowledge. I supplicate you, Manjushri, adorned by the 112 Son of Buddha, to dispel the darkness of my ignorance. Om Arapasanade 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 Om Vangeshwaramo 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 Om Vangeshwaramo Vangeshwaramo Vangeshwaramo. You who are the perfect beautiful body, whose flame of wisdom blesses, and the dispel darkness of ordeal ignorance, are posted before you in the presence of Manjushri at the heart. Manjushri. Tangge doje jaje reisen rong yenje ado deje bunjo ba serje lembo tawre jipe ke jaje jarbe jala sorwan de jagare benje bolai gade Peman jong ne kolan den rong me ta ta la no simpe kane Orjen rambo je lai zorwan de Orjen janche de lon aroda Marba me lai je gambo ba Pamoi che ba jarwan de gongbe Kajyo lama nam lai zorwan de. This Jigten Sumgon, supplication to Lord Jigten Sumgon, page 10b. That's again. Cham den je do me zang len jin, ta be dong song yong la cha, su me jar wai dor jen chang, pan je den gong be ja lan de, de da de sam je chu le mi, sinh je lo je tu je jin nhân ge men ba sar ne chang sem je dar de do bar sinh je lo. Good morning, everyone. Okay, so
Good morning, Kempula.
Today I'm going to share the Jigten Sumgon's Song of Realization. The name is the Clefai's recollection, I think. Clefai recollection. So today I'm going to sing the Song of Realization. You can fan of me, okay?
Kempula, you have very good voice, so we will enjoy it. Thank you.
Okay. After me, I think, Lamin, can you try once, okay? So we're going to do the today one, yeah? Or yesterday one you want?
No, I can't do that. You really put me on the spot. You are the teacher. I'm not the teacher.
We love your voice, Lyman.
Your voice is good, Lamin, yes.
In honor of Lord Jigten Sumgon, could you please sing both? Could you sing both yesterday and today, please?
Oh, yesterday, today, both? Maybe I sing just the first one, then you already tired
Yes.
the second one.
No,
No, so you can do double Mary.
Enough. Please enough. Okay. Yesterday one. Parpamo trebe shalande. Parpamo trebe kadinji. Medalai debe nyam sheshar. Sanjo je sem la de yeto. Che tawa dan gom ba chu pa song. Che de to pe nam yo la. Ten sam je ge jor sa je me. Da san me je nam je lo re de. Lo deve nam jor nyam re ga. Nyam ga wa lam e ga de yen. Lama dan ran sem san je song je de do pe nam jo la je me ge sa je me da sar me je nam jo lo re de lo de ve nam jo ro nyam re ga nyam ga wa la me ga de ye Pamadan yadam ro song je de do pe nam jo la yin pin je ro don sa je me da san me je nam je lo re de lo de ve nam jo ro nyam re ga nyam ga wa la me ga de yin Ga dan yu de ten ju song je de do pe nam jo la yin na ge pe ja sa je me da san me je nam jo lo re de lo de ve nam jo ro nyam re ga nyam ga wa la me ga de yin Chen de dan se ma par do song je de do pe nan jor la che gen sam jor sa je mi da san me je nam jor lo re de lo de ve nam jor nyam re ga nyam ga wa lam me ga de yen Niệm Thiên Tự Tro Tam Chế Tự 每个东小扎波耶，曾经接当这马牛，当这没接南就罗热的，罗德维南就娘热个，娘个哇拉么个真言。Demo choke yan chong de partalong tang pe nyen de bor lama ten yong tong nyam da la me dang an an ye sa wa do la do. Okay, finish one. Next one. Today, you have the sadhana, right? Prayer. Some say yes, some say not.
I think Raul put it in the chat room.
Yeah, that's a very hard to read the Tibetan there, that one. It's the Tibetan, it's their pronunciation actually. Okay. Parpamo zhipe ya lan de pen yong dan song dan ren jin zha ga ji jian me dan jie wa la jin ji den jie sa ya jiang zhen bo da qi jian jia song re mo la ga lo de jian do gang men do song Trong đến nè trà loan thong za na nhìn nhẹ tư đông xem giang dên bồ đà nhìn đàn trà cha đại vơ la ca lô tê trên đồ gang mơ đồ song lên dung ye la tar gen dung za na ye she dang pa tsar yang dên bồ đà Lanzo dongge ne do la ga lo de jen do gang me do song nor sa ne ze ban dong za na sem na dang du so jiang zen bor da sen nor za ke ser wa la ga lo de jen do gang me do song 今节东阿然同扎那，冲拉梅的即将在波达，即都随便可罗拉，嘎罗的见都刚门都松，爬上就sem节东波拉，德是所里将在波达。 Yurngé de pe cho po la, ka lo de jen do gang men do song, sem jian ba ma re xi za na, rang jin zen jie xian do jiang zen por da, ge so ta ren nian de jie de ba la, ka lo de jen do gang men do song. Legend de lang ni xie jie za na, qi sar mi jie ka da yang zin bor da, zhou qiar mi jie nam ka dong ba la, ka lo de jin do gang men do song, nham sinh lao dan den be la ma la, de par che dan kor sa yang zin bor da, si ju ne zin dong ba la, ka lo de jen do gang men do song, rang sen ngong de jir za na, cha mi song yang zin bor da, chan dong te pen go kor la, ka lo de jen do gang men do song, ne den sa den ge de zhu de, pe chi per do pa me jiu an, Tamje Madanje Wala Chajin Majere Jinja Semtena Lamedoga. Thank you, everyone. Thank you everyone for your patience.
It's wonderful to have chance to listen to you. Thank you.
It makes very happy, you know. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Kempo.
it was
Thank you,
very
Tempo.
well.
That was a very scary song, Tempo. I read the English part. That is a mind, you know, it's, yeah, there's tons. Thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to share the teaching. Jigten Sumgon, he was residing at Digong Ter. Digong Ter is the Digong Mi monastery. It's central Tibet, in central Tibet. From Lhasa to maybe how many miles? I don't know exactly. I think 3 hours drive to monastery Digong Ter from Lhasa. Then that is his first monastery, his main monastery. He gathered his students in a meadow behind the monastery and performed displays of the miraculous power. So Jigten Sumgon and his disciples, I think that doing something kind of a picnic, also like picnic, yeah, we can say easily picnic party. Then just everyone showing something power miraculously. This each disciple actually there's a name, so you know what they did one by one. So then this disciple, this one is called Nyene Rinchita. He is the actually kind of a longest student with the Jigten Sumgon. Nyene means you are always be with the teacher. So he couldn't do anything. Yeah. So then he to shame himself, kind of like he heart attacked and passed away. So then that's time the Jigten Sumgon performed this realization song. This realization song is the pure Digong Kaju Poa actually. The main point is say the Digong Kaju lineage founder is Jigten Sumgon. He did this poa for his disciple, his close disciple. Nyene means like really close, always attending together. So he did this one for him. The you know, the liberate this his disciple. So then this is also the poa. The come from Jigten Sumgon by song of realization. So then see here all but were able to complete with their guru's request and Rinchita suddenly died from shame. So he passed away. When the undertakers tried to dismember his corpse to feed the vulture and the knife, Jigten Sumgon placed his walking stick on the heart center of the corpse and sung this song of realization. So come from. The main point is Nyene Rinchita, he passed away, but still the problem is he cannot liberate himself. So due to his kind of, you know, attachment, because it's another is like shame is come from attachment. Long as you have attachment yourself, you have this shame by ourselves, you know, like feel bad ourselves. So the due to that, he cannot liberate himself. Then Jigten Sumgon performed this song for him. I bore at the feet of glorious Pamotupa. So Jigten Sumgon's Ru Guru is Pamotropa. He bowed down respect to Pamotropa, body, speech, mind. And also, you know, yesterday we shared the teaching, he's never separate with his guru. His mind is never separate with his guru. So then also all the realization is come from his guru. So he glorious, you know, bowed down at the feet of glorious Pamotropa. This song of realization yesterday I shared, and today this sharing with you. It's very hard to correctly translate. It's kind of very profound poetry. It's English. If you really wanted to put all these meanings, not this way. Like you have to one word is like at least like 5-6 words sentence you write. Then all the meanings come maybe. So you put like this way. It's not really essence like same as the Tibetan has. Then Lessing Rinchen-ta, my son. So Jigten Sumgon said, Lessing Rinchen-ta is his disciple, my son. So the Dharma, you know, spiritual son means disciple. Worldly, you know, we say son means like just father's son lineage, family lineage. But this one, his son means because he's a disciple. His heart disciple too. Jigten Sumgon really love him. This disciple, Nyane Rinchen-ta. So then Jigten Sumgon said, Ka means ha, like kind of like just hey, you know, you have to recognize at the time of death. So we die, you know. Worldly activities are lie. So everyone is dying. Then worldly activity is all is just no any essence. Lie is like no essence, no nothing you can get, no need to attach. So Jigten Sumgon ka chichang matan chwala. Everyone is impermanent. Everyone is die. Nothing is permanent. Nothing is exist. So then we can follow that, like talk about all the emptiness. I mean, the impermanent teachings. You know, like cultivate impermanent. Everything is changing or is impermanent. Impermanent also followed by gross level and then subtle level. Gross level is like weather is like think about like summer, winter, 4 seasons is changing. This is gross level changing, right? So then we are our like young childhood, teenagers, olders, become old age, you know, retirement, like gross level changing. But then think about the like month. Actually, then like whole life is changing. Go to the year is always changing. Then monthly always changing. Then go to the day always changing. Hours always changing. So you go more subtle level, you know. Then minutes is all the time changing, and the second is all the time changing. So you go to very subtle level second. We are like when we gathering here in the come to the join the zone, and right now is totally different. Cannot be same. It's like so much already changed there. Subtle level changing. We don't recognize that. So that's why, you know, we can see only gross level changes. We don't seeing the subtle level changes. Who recognize the subtle level changes, then that person easy to understand the impermanent. I mean the emptiness. So even you know the gross level changing, that doesn't much helps you, but most important we have to know the subtle level is changing all the time. Secondly changing. So changing, and then everyone is die. No one free from death. So Golopi Mara is so fast coming. Every day we are close to death. then think that way worldly activities are just no essence, lie. What going to benefit much? So Jigten Sumgon main point, don't attach your life. Everything is impermanent. All is can be gone. Everything is just no any essence is lie, no exist. Then the worldly dharmas are like the color of a rainbow. Think, can you put your trust in them? Same page, right? Do you have that way? Okay. The worldly dharma, like the colors of a rainbow, is actually what we have in the worldly glory things is same as the rainbow. Means not stay too long. No, if you are attached to that, it's just they're not going to really give you any permanent joy and happiness. No essence. A worldly dharma is in the way of Bodhisattva chapter 6. Last time we shared that, and this is also more focus for the actually the worldly dharma have to give up is for the spiritual teachers. The Pita instruction for the spiritual, follower, for usually for monks and nuns, no attached to like someone give offerings, someone don't give offerings, no hatred to that, no upset to that. Someone give offerings, no joy that, and just be equanimity, and someone prays to you, no exciting joy, and someone like telling you harsh words, no hatred to that, just be equanimity, and you get material gains, don't attach to that. Even you don't get any gains, no sad to that, just be equanimity. And so like that, all this worldly, the gaining things, like something, we think worldly activity, great things, whatever you get, don't too attach to that. And if you don't get, don't upset, don't hatred to that. So that's kind of practice teachings called worldly dharma are this like colors of a rainbow. That's always the same as the rainbow color. Rainbow color have so many different colors, but this all colors is not exist. And in this world, really have so many, the desire things, but actually, nothing is give you permanent happy and joy. So main point, don't attach to that. Same is always rainbow. Think. So you have to think that way. Can you put your trust in them? Why you put trust? Like why you so strongly attached to that? Yeah, you cannot trust to this some static object. Everything is changing, temporary. Nothing is less stay too long. So same as a rainbow. Trust in them. If you attach to rainbow, you really attach to that rainbow. You cannot trust that it's gone. Chance and then gone. So you see beautiful, but no stay too long, like that. Trust in them. When you see this separation of gathered friends, the affliction of relative and friends is lie. So then, this always teaching is for giving up attachment, because Rinchen, he cannot liberate his mind due to his attachment. No, Jigten Sumgon say, when you see the separation of gathered friends, see, same is like we are gathering in the zone. So someone click button, everyone is gone. Yeah. So when we can come in here and everyone push button to come in, but when you're ready to go, one person only push button, is everyone is gone. So like that, you put effort to do something, but gone is so easy. And you see, when you're going to take the birth, it's like you get in the mother's womb, 9 months, take so long and then grow. after, you know, like you grow in the mother's womb, you born and then see baby, childhood, or grow up, take long, but die means just like minutes, gone. So, or it's like, say, depending others too. So we are in the zone right now. We are not independent. So someone, especially who hosting, is wrong button, click, it's all gone right away. So like that, one natural disaster arises, all gone. And all is temporary, no permanence. See, we are gathering here today together, but of course, long as you gathering together, there has a separation. That is, you know, it's dependent. If you don't gathering, then you don't have a separation. Long as you gathering, you have a separation. So long as we have a birth, we have a death. Yes, and now, Jigten Sumgon said, look all this worldly. You see this separation of gathering friends. So there, you know, these practitioners also actually realizes that the gathering, but they really cannot have the friend die. You know, it's due to karma. And that means like no one can save us free from death. So otherwise, see, the Buddha Shakyamuni, he can save his father. His father died like front of him. He said he teach him permanent. It's die. It's dissolving. That is the nature of phenomena. No one can change that. Nature, no one can change. So then Jigten Sumgon told his disciple, separation. We're gathering here, separation. No attach. Don't upset. Yeah. Ratio of gather friends. The affliction of relative and friend is alive. The same like that. All the family, relatives, friends, all is like that. So your thing about government, just whole thing is like that. And the whole world is like that. Country is like that. And changing, or everything is changing all the time. So that's why it's no, how can we put trust them, you know, trust in them? Everything's a lie. Have to recognize, main important is we have to recognize, meditate impermanent, no attached to that. And at the same time, you know, you practice this, then you really know how to take care of your loved ones. Actually, we really don't know how to take care of our loved ones. We create the causes of suffering each other because due to our lack of the wisdom. You meditate, this cultivate impermanent, then you really know how to take care of your job, how to you take care of your friends, you know how to take care of your enemies, you know how to take care of your loved ones. You have wisdom, you are easygoing. You know, you are in the samsara, but you are not stuck in there. You are in the water step, you can swim, you know, you're not sinking into the water, dying. Yeah. People who don't know how to meditate impermanent and who has a very strong attachment, then there are same is like friends sinking into the water, dying together. So who know the impermanent meditations, who then, you know, this kind of teachings, who have practicing that person is the same as in the water, who can swimming in the water. They're in the water, but they use the water, enjoy. Yeah, so like that, the difference is. Long as you know all these teachings really helps you knows how to take care of your life. Then you know how to take care of your job, family, friends. Rather, they so strong attached fixation to that, but you can love them and take care, and you can create, you know, causes of happiness. Make sense or no? Do you understand? Yes. So that's this realizes and knows. the truth, happiness, where it's come from, who created suffering. Nyane Rinchen ta Jigten Sumgon's disciple, he has practiced Dharma, but also important when they die during the processing, conviction also very important. So when he died during the processing, right, conviction is attachment, like shame. That's why he cannot liberate himself. He has practiced Dharma. He has really good practitioner. He has ability, but he cannot do that because due to that. When we die, so we have to prepare good conditions too. That's why in the Pardo also says like, don't go into the someone died there, cry, like, and then saying things like hit each other, words, fighting, crying, something not like that. Way. We try to die is process is like more for peacefully, create more good conditions. The reason is because we have all this different kind of karma. Any condition can be refining. So during the death process is also very sensitive condition. So that easily take you to wrong direction or good direction too. This one he has practice, but still he cannot liberate himself. Then heart fear, words are like an ego. Thinking you put your trust in them. So all this, beautiful words, it's same as echo. Someone press to you, same as echo. Yeah, so same like that, you cannot attach to that. Then we also think about someone they're telling us like negative, harsh words, whatever we hear, we have to put same is like echo. If we can do that, then the words cannot destroy our happiness too. Still, your happiness is there. Otherwise, words is the same as the warping. The more strong the warping, knife, very sharp, the words is can destroy like others' heart, happiness. So someone, use that what others are saying is the same as echo, then the words cannot harm to us. Then that way you can practice not that much hatred to that person. Yeah, even you knows, okay, he doesn't like me, he's going to harm me, but you recognize that, but you not really hatred to that person. You recognize, you see that what person going to do, and as long as you know hatred to that person that much, then that person not really can harm to your true happiness. It's there. So then same thing, like someone press to us, if you are really attached to that, strongly pressed and saying something good words, too much press, we are attached to that, then you also can be hatred to like someone saying to us, like unpleasant words you can hear. So then you are followed by attachment and hatred to, or you follow by the words. You don't have your kind of like for stable in you cannot control yourself. So same is the become the draw, we meditate, or same is become draw example, draw chasing the stone. So then someone throw another stone, that draw chasing that again, that stone is endless. Like that. So you follow the words. If you cannot stop that, then we just all the time chasing this, desire. I mean, like follow the others' words. We are saying it's become draw. So Buddha said we have to practitioners must be same as the elephant. Elephant never chasing the stone. So elephant just coach the who throw the stone, the follow that person, not follow the stone. Like that, we have to recognize what is the source of the emotion. So I have to cut through that. The main point, we have to control our own mind, not try to cut that, auto level problem. You can solve auto level problem, but also you have to take care. Most important is our mind. Thinking, you put your trust in them. So that's why all is like that. Same is equal. Cannot put trust in them. You don't have to attach to that. Also, during that time, other disciples can do miraculous. There also is impermanent. Just same as a rainbow. And so same is equal. Jigten Sumgon said, you don't need to attach to that. You don't need to attach to miraculously perform. Then when you see the growth and the decline of the four elements of the body, the illusion of strength and ability is also a lie. So that's also we know. So we have our own experience. When you see the growth and the decline of the four elements of the body. So right now we are healthy, we think I'm okay, but long as one day you're sick, it's totally different. One day is your feeling is totally different. So when you the growth, example, like you have strong strength to your body, and you have ability to do many things. You think I can do everything, but one day you're sick, it's done. So then you lost there too. So then of course, like we go to like every day is changing. It's all go to like, change and change, old age. So it's natural phenomenon. No one can stop that. So then it's like whatever we have, that's always like going to be changed. So that's why growth and decline of the four elements of the body. The illusion of strength and ability is also a lie. It's like you think I'm always like this. That is not. It's like that is like misunderstand, wrong thinking. Yeah. Daughter, mother already being daughter also going to be mother. So like that. All the time, it's you have to go through that. Then we know like people who has very strong strength, young, but it's like due to one just disease get, then it's done. Or the ability is lost, strength is lost. Your body, like, kind of more your power, everything is going to lost. So that's why that's all is like temporary. Cannot attach to that. The spring flower of youth, this is an example. Can you put your own trust in it? The spring, the flower is beautiful. So you see the spring flower is beautiful. You autumn, your expectation, exactly same thing. You go there, the flower is there, same thing. No, not possible, right? Some flowers only stay like days, couple of days. Some flowers only stay weeks. Some flowers stay month. Then most flowers, I don't think so, stay 1 year. So it's maybe fake flowers, not rare ones. It's flower is the relying on the element, and they cannot stay too long. Our body is relying on the elements, so cannot stay too long. Yeah. If the Robert, like fake people, fake people, there's something Robert, right? Robert. Maybe can stay long because no need food, yeah, no need to drink. So our body is relying on for the this food and the drinks, other elements cannot stay too long. Same is the rare flower. We are rare person, not Robert or something. Yeah.
Robot.
Robot. Thank you, Mary. Robot. We are no robot. That's why we're relying on food and the clothes, drinks. And we are rare person because we are relying on others. And we not stay too long. Same as flower. Rare flower don't stay too long. Think like that. Can you put your interest in it? Then think that way. You don't need to attach to that. No need to hatred to that. When you see the gathering and the assumption of a word, clinging and the painful accumulation are also lie. So first we try to, like work so hard. Everyone works so hard. All these worldly people think about, try to gathering assumption of the words. No time to eat, no time to drink, no time to sleep, no time with the family. The whole life is put for energy for that. So then it's that you put that all your energy is for the word consumption of the word. You're gathering for that, but then that is permanent. No, it's impermanent, clinging, and lose again. Then painful. Accumulation also lies. So become your mind is suffering and sad. This part is really beautiful in the way of Bodhisattva. First, we try to gather this all the assumption of word, whole put effort for life that, and then it's become like declining again. Whatever you put effort is, maybe someone taking away from us. You did whatever you put your hard work is not use yourself. No, use yourself means if you give generosity, that is you use. You offering to someone, you give someone, that is you use, but not like that. So then slowly, no wantingly, someone taking away. That's it. No choice. Then it's clinging. Then your mind is painful. Accumulation also become the same as a lie. No benefit. So that's we know all these worldly situations like that. So far you accept all what Jigten Sumgon says? True? Yes, okay. Then food and wealth are like dew on a blade of grass. Then can you put your trust in them? So then our food and wealth are like dew on a blade of grass. So same as the sun shines, dew on blade of grass is gone. So morning, this water is top of the grass, but sun shines all gone. So like that. Whatever we gather, assumptions, worthy, whatever we have is gone when we die. So it's everything is temporary. Main point is everything is temporary. We have to recognize everything is temporary. Use also like temporary. Thinking that we're using temporary. Draw on blood of grass. No so fixation attached to that. Then we think you have to use intellectual, investigating. Can you put your trust in them? Can you put trust in that too? When you see the suffering of birth and death, the happiness of the assemblies of gods and men is a lie. So when you see the suffering of birth and death, we see this 6 realms of samsara. Especially we see that we are human beings, we know human beings situation. So then when you see the suffering of birth and death, human beings, birth, long as we have a birth and a death, so this two is dependent, then so death is, we don't know when it arises, the death. Someone died in the mother's womb. Someone died when they was born right away. Yeah, someone born just couple days after born. Someone died couple months after born. Someone died couple years after born. Someone died, you know, like 10 years after born. Someone died 20 years after born. Someone died like 100 years after born. It's everything's uncertainty. No one knows that. No one has certainty. So then that is a suffering. When die is a suffering. When birth is a suffering, Jigten Sumgon said. Then the within is birth and death between, our life is like so much in there between, birth and death between, going on so many dharmas. Yeah. So whole life cyclic existing in there, every day cyclic existing. Every month cyclic existing, every year is a cyclic existing. So there kind of always a suffering, birth and death. Then the happiness of the examples of God and me is life. So sometimes you have like friends gathering together, family gathering together, and we think, oh, I have wealth and I have power. That's also very temporary, not permanent. It's easily can be lost because you get, it's permanent. That's why we get. It's permanent. That's why we're going to lost easily. Of the examples of God and me, it's all it's the same as the bubble water over bubble. Yeah, bubble water or water over bubble, like that. Same as a rainbow. Same as the dew on a blade of grass. So that's all the examples we have. Same like that. The main point, Jigten Sumgon said, not attached to this object. Only pay attention, focus, liberate. So this is the power obstacle is attachment. When we die, you know, then if you can release your attachment, that helps liberation. If you practice in this life Dharma, and then you practice power in this life, when you die, you let go all the attachment. That is the key to liberation. If you practice the Dharma in this life, but when we die, still we have so strong attachment, desire, we don't give up that, then cannot liberate, still stuck in samsara. So this is the power teaching. That's why Jigten Sumgon teaching is how to release attachment. Main point is attachment. So you don't have attachment, then anger is naturally gone. Long as we have attachment, then you have anger. Yeah, you have I, you have others. I is attached, other is anger, causes of anger. I is causes of attachment. So now, then can you put your trust in them, or is the same as the rainbow? So there's many examples. Don't attach to that. The joy and the suffering of the world of samsara, then can you put your trust in them? See, in the samsara, Jigten Sumgon said, have joy, happiness, and then suffering. That's always the same as of the world of samsara, like changing, cyclic existence. You have joy, you have suffering. You have suffering, you have joy. That's both are dependent on each other, right? You climb up in the mountain, you have to go down again. Yeah. So in the samsara, you can really joy, happy. Like example, think about joy with your friends, happy in the party, become separate, and the next day everyone gets sick. So that is joy, happy, but and after it's a suffering. Yeah. Then the suffering after you say, okay, I'm not going to do again that. No, you never give up that again. So now, then, do you have time? I have time. Next week we're gathering together again, and joy again. Yeah. So then maybe everyone sick again, or maybe everyone get more suffering than that. You know, depending, or it's like joy, happiness is cyclic existence because due to our ignorance. We don't know how to create a permanent happiness. We always create a temporary happiness. Temporary happiness is causes of suffering. Suffering is also causes of happiness. Suffering brings the happiness. Happiness brings the suffering. So that's why it's called the joy and the suffering of the well of samsara. Then that suffering is also dependent. Sometimes we get small things suffering and the small happiness. Sometimes we get good happiness, joy, but big suffering again too. So, or it's dependent. Then can you put your trust in them? You cannot put trust on them. You cannot rely on them. So you cannot put, relying, attached to that. Jigten Sumgon told his disciple, don't attach to that. No, it's going to more deeper, like for more practitioners way. That's a part is more kind of like impermanent and basic sharing. So now he talk about a more higher level teaching. The to the tree, so tree the feather bodhicitta, the bias of this disciples is a lie. So then if the bodhicitta is the same, Jigten Sumgon's the main point is bodhicitta same as the tree, the disciple is the same as all the trees, branches. So how can, long as if you have a bodhicitta, how can you have a bias for your between your disciples? So Jigten Sumgon, I think he also telling specifically him, I don't have a bias you, even you cannot performing miraculous and not giving up you and not think you are bad student, who can perform a miracle, who cannot perform a miracle, I recognize all is the same because I have a bodhicitta. So that's the kind of he telling for him, loosely, yeah, you think so? And so he says bodhicitta is the same as the tree. So disciple is the same as all the trees, branches, leaves, trees, leaves, branches. All can have a bias for each other. So who has bodhicitta, the main point is like no bias for others. Who has bodhicitta, then no bias between, races, colors, also nationalities, and then like religions between, no bias. Who has bodhicitta? So that recognize all beings are same. Who has bodhicitta then knows every sentient beings want happiness. Every sentient beings, no one wants suffering. So every sentient beings are used to parents, loved ones. So no bias. Then you need the no virtues and misleading friends. Can you put your trust in them? So you cannot trust like your negative friends because reason is they're taking to you like wrong directions. So long as you have a bodhicitta, and this also I think is you not relying on this no virtuous misleading friends, because you knows, right? You knows like you know you don't have a bias. You're seeing everyone is the same. So this misleading friend has a bias and hatred to each other. Yeah. And the thing about it, so this all the word fighting is where it's come from. Because it's due to this misleading, friend means like misleading friend. So the misunderstanding who has a strong negative mind, they create all this violence and suffering each other. So who has bodhicitta, they're no relying on them, they recognize bodhicitta means like you seeing who has a bias, who has no bias, who has taken to the wrong directions, who taken to the right direction. They recognize because bodhicitta, long as you have bodhicitta, you have wisdom, you seeing clearly. You not relying on them. Also, this hatred to this misleads friends because it's impermanent. They are also impermanent. No attachment, that no hatred to that, then that helps it. So also you have wisdom. So that is the quality of bodhicitta. Think, can you put your trust in them? You cannot trust them. So that section is we can share many different ways, like right now in the worldly situation. These countries fighting each other. It's some like based on the religions each other. And who create this all causes? Because it's, this non-virtuous, the negative persons create these things. Then they become bigger. It's due to degeneration trend. Many people get suffering. So long as who has bodhicitta, they create all its causes of happiness. Okay, so now go to the next one. When you understand that all sentient beings are your parents, attachment to self-cherishing is a lie. So long as you recognize all these sentient beings are used to our parents, loved ones. So not only the just words saying that, but really you come from your mind and heart, recognize that, understanding, truly you understanding. Then you don't have like selfish much. Because selfish is wrong. Attachment to self-cherishing is a lie. Or is our mothers, loved ones, then why you only thinking about yourself? That also main point is wrong, is incorrect, it's a lie. Yeah. So long as like also bodhicitta arise, you recognize all these beings used to parents. Selfish, cherishing, that's also no exist. It's gone. So now this one, we see, recognize all mother sentient beings, use that, create a love, compassion, bodhicitta, antidote to our attachment to self-cherishing. Self is, selfish is opposite of the bodhicitta. So bodhicitta arise, selfish also cannot be there. One day you recognize all these beings used to our mothers, loved ones, then right now we're thinking about my own benefits, that also gone. Yeah, this negative also gone. So main point is, here is this part is like, go up to Mahayana level, like sharing the loving compassion bodhicitta. First part is like basic teaching, no attachment, impermanent. Yeah. So here is a loving compassion bodhicitta, antidote to selfish. So long as you this loving compassion arise in your mind, the shavakas, see, vehicle of self-liberation thing, can you put your trust in it? Then that's also like, see, basic, like usually we say, if Hinayana means basic teaching is like first beginners. That practice also, always there, you more go higher level than that. When you get higher level than that, you recognize where I am that time. So without this basic one, we cannot up to this Mahayana level. First, think about, as long as you have very strong selfish attachment ourselves, then no possible love and bodhicitta arise. So first, we ordinary person, we have to cultivate impermanent meditation, reduce attachment, self-clinging. Then become your mind is more relaxed. You can open up your mind, arise love and compassion. So then bodhicitta is arise. We have become Mahayana practitioner. So that time, then you see this basic teaching, self-liberation, only thinking about I want the liberation. That mind also gone. So beginner, of course, like I want the liberation. I don't want to stuck suffering. You must have to have that. You say, oh, you cannot thank yourself. You must thank all mother sentient beings. It's not possible. Like baby who cannot walk their own independently, ask him to carry the luggage. How you can do that, right? So first baby, like at least like years have to go, right? It's he can walk independently. He or she, like you have to walk independently. So when the born after, oh, you already 3 days already born, so no, please bring me my tea. You bring me my cup of coffee, so not possible. So when we are in the beginner stuck and so strong selfish, say, oh, you think about the mother sentient beings, very hard. You can say that, but your mind and your words didn't go together anyway. Not possible. So you can say that also create connections, connections. You say more and you used to that, comes more connections. You have to say that, but no ability there. So that's why, and then first level we say, of course, you can say mother sentient beings, but always also thinking about ourselves. I want liberation. I want to free from suffering. I want my benefit. Yeah, so that's we have. The same time that cultivate, follow the teaching and cultivate love, compassion, bodhicitta. One day bodhicitta arise. That selfish mind is not possible to stay there. The I want to liberation only myself, that's also gone, 100% gone. So that's why Jigten Sumgon said that's also no trust. See, first level, that when you beginning your practicing, that time you're thinking about only I want liberation, that's also gone. If long as you bodhicitta arise in your mind, they're gone. Then when you become convinced of the cause and the result of karma, the instruction of no effort is a lie. So in this part, this have to go together, this all. Thunder without rain in on empty sky. Think, can you put your interest in it? These examples give you this meaning, When you become convinced of the cause and the result of karma, so you really understand the cause and the effect. Yeah, really understanding cause and the effect. Then you really know, you really know the instruction of the no effort. You really know. When you know the no effort instruction, you have that practice, then you really understand the karma cause and the effect too. But this main point is, some people say, oh, no dualistic. karma cause and the effect is not important. Yeah, we don't need to think about that. It's a no door, emptiness, or it's Mahamudra. So your word is too high, and your level is too low. Still, you are stuck in the cause and the effect, but you're talking about all this beyond the karma. So that is the same as like thunder without rain in empty sky. Thunder in the sky, they bring the rain, then good for benefit. The rain comes like good for the farms and the flowers, crops, many animals, sentient beings. Yeah. If without rain, thunder is like nothing. Just only ding, 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 ding. No any benefit. So like that, you talking about all the Mahamudras, absolute true, and no dualistic, no conceptual. So actually, you don't have any about this kind of understanding, only just using the words, saying the words, no practicing, no understand truly, just words. It's the same as a thunder. It's no rain. If there is rain, then thunder is great. Then same is like your words is like you have practiced, you have done realization. Then you saying words is thunder with rain. So without realization, without understanding true nature, but saying is, oh, you don't need to follow cause and the effect. We are just absolute truth, emptiness, everything. That's also is Jigten Sumgon say is same as that this thunder without rain in any empty sky. That's one thing. Can you put in your trust in it? And you cannot put trust anything there. So when one day you really realize, you know, cause and the effect, you never say like that. The main point, you really know the cause and the effect. Yeah, it here says when you become a convinced of the cause and the result of a karma, you never say like that. So of course, like the realizers, this realizers never say that you don't have to follow the karma cause and effect. Realizers, you know what the Pema Sambhava he say, your realization is the same as sky, space. View is the same as space, sky. But your conduct, karma, you have to follow by same is like your hair. Like he says, like the hair is like example something like, you know, like very tiny, followed by very small tiny, like pieces. Like example, like you even small tennis, you have to follow by cause and the effect. So that's he put the example as hair. That you know you have hair. We have so many hairs, yeah. So it's one, each hair is important like that. Each cause and effect is important. So you have to follow like that way. Even you have realized high. And the people who don't know who don't have realized, they say, oh, Mahamudra, or emptiness, no need to follow cause and effect. Then that is like same as this thunder without rain on empty sky. Then can you put your trust in it? For the guru who has the realization of power and the blessings, the obstacle of maras and errors is a lie. I really like these words. You know, for the guru who has the realization of power and the blessings, the obstacle of maras and errors is a lie. So not possible that if you really have a realization, you have a power, you have a blessings, you don't have obstacles. And not possible to obstacle penetrate to that person. For the guru who has the realization of power and the blessings, the obstacle of Mara and Eros is lie. Chattering prayer like a parrot. Think, can you put your trust in that? So that means like no pay mind intention. You just chanting. Yeah. So you're saying words, but no practicing. Even you chant the prayer, but your mind is not there. So you're just saying words. Same is like echo. You say, calling is Kempo Sandro. The echo comes back exactly same thing again. So no meanings there like that. Chattering prayer like a parrot. Think, can you put your trust in that? When you realize the nature of your mind, the three limitless karpas are also a lie. So as long as you have realized Mahamudra, then also sometimes when we share the teaching, it's like three karpas take to become Buddha. So example, Buddha Shakyamuni, he said he go through three karpas to become Buddha. Jigten Sumgon says, when you realize the nature of your own mind, you really recognize your nature mind, the three limitless karpas also no truth there. Yeah. So it's good, main point is like everything is dependent. Someone takes three karpas, but Jigten Sumgon said, yeah, we have to become Buddha three karpas. Then someone caused lose the courage. And someone don't want to practice Dharma. Someone only think, always like 100%, everyone take 3 years become Buddha. Not possible, whatever you do cannot become Buddha without the 3 years you go through. That also no truth too. Yeah. So long as you realize Mahamudra, that's it. Done, one life. You become Buddha. When you realize the nature of your mind, the 3 limits karpas also a lie. So that means like all these teachings is dependent individual level. Not always like one person happening, everyone happen exactly same. Yeah. We, here gathering together, we also have connections, previous life. That's why due to that connecting together here. But also like when we practice like these teachings, when you're hearing, you get also like a little bit different messages yourself due to your capacity level. And also some words you doesn't like that much. Some other people really like that. That's also like depending there. So some is like, the reason is like some, we have our own problems. We don't want to hear that. That not easy to accept that ones. Yeah, we don't have that problem. Someone has that problem. That kind of teachings come to here is like you easily accept that. Yeah, you can easily. Yeah, yes. If something like come to our own problems, like that, you're just like not accepting easily. So that also like say in this teachings, like individually get different messages. Hardest accepted, you can hard accept, very hard to accept yourself. That is actually we need. That is our pit instruction. Because due to our selfish, we don't accept it easily. This all teaching is like really true, 100% pure pit instruction. But due to some our attachment, it's selfish. Some is not easy to accept. But some, yeah. But not really into your mind too. So That's always like also like due to our kind of experience too. Some you already have experience, some you don't have much experience. Some like when was born and don't get through difficulty, never sick, and you don't have any difficulties. Oh, this is samsara, or this like your worthy and your material gain, your power, strength is like temporary. They don't want to hear that, don't want to accept that easily. Someone go through that, recognize easily. Yeah, of course, that's 100% true. Make sense? Okay. So now the deceptive vehicle of relative truth thing, can you put your trust in it? So then Buddha sharing absolute truth teaching and deceptive vehicle. Deceptive means like when example, if mother is not there, kids like say, oh, your mother is, the kid is crying, like then you are babysit. You have to say, oh, your mom is coming, like maybe after 1 hour. You don't have to cry. So maybe mother is like not coming 1 hour after, not coming next day, maybe monthly not coming. So you have to say like kids, oh, she's coming, you don't have to cry. And 1 hour after, you have to another make the kids like calm down, giving something. So that kind of called deceptive teaching, because you talk about Buddhahood, like many people don't have that capacity. Oh, you don't have to get there, you just do something, you get good things, something. Yeah, and you done that, okay, you have that. Oh yeah, then you can go up level. So sometimes you cross the mountains like this, and you get here, and we see here is only here. Yeah. So I say, okay, you look here, it's up there, you get here, you can see all views great. When you get there, not great. Then you have to go up here again. So you get up there, it's like not great. Like you see, oh yeah, it's not too far. No, we can get here. So you can get there. So that's all called deceptive teachings, like taking you to step by step, use different method. And it's actually not that true, because if you say truth, then they're not going to go. Yeah. So like if this is the highest point, when we are in the bro here, this is the highest point. We get here, see all the beautiful view. Then okay, I go there. I can take you there, and you get there, then say, okay, this good view, but if go a little bit up here, it's more better view. Then that's okay. Yeah, we go there. So then you say, okay, more better view up there. You can take all the way highest point. First, you in the beginning, you say, oh, the UCA is not highest point, more beyond. No one wanted to go. Yeah, so that is called deceptive teaching. Buddha, because due to his kindness and his method, sharing these deceptive teachings, Buddha has many different kind of abilities to share. That's why he shared all this deceptive vehicle of relative truth. Then Jigten Sungu says, like long as you really understanding Mahamudra, this deceptive truth teachings is fake. Think, can you put your trust in it? It's always a fake again. In the cemetery, so no, he was in the cemetery, yeah, because his corpse is in the cemetery. The Nyane Rinpoche, his disciple, his corpse in the cemetery. In the cemetery, gathering relics, are you sad? Son, it being alone. So this is in the cemetery, is gathering relics. That is, I really don't know the gathering relics. It could be, but main point is you are in the cemetery right now. In the cemetery, cemetery could be this. He has relics. Could be his body has relics. you know, his Jigten Sumgon's disciple who passed away, he has body has relics, but still mind. Due to his practice, body has relics, could be mind cannot liberate. But Tibetan, we cannot say 100% relics. You are in the top of the right now in the cemetery, you know. So like that kind. Are you sad? Son, it being alone. You can be lonely. You can be sad, only yourself stuck in this cemetery. So main point, you must be liberated. Don't attach to her. You ready to go. Since nothing lasts and all must die, Rinchinta. So that's he said, everyone die, don't attach. Don't be attached. If your mind is still attached, transfer it to your Guru's heart. So then transform, you know, your mind is attached, no, liberate, transfer your mind is Guru's heart. So Jigten, his disciple, his mind is transformed Guru's heart. Means Guru's heart is liberation, Buddha's mind. Yeah, the Guru's heart actually, main point is Jigten Sumgon's mind. He says he is always with the Guru, inseparable, means like always Buddha's mind. So we stay in the realization state. So he transformed to his disciples' mind is Guru's mind is Dharmakaya Powa. It's called Dharmakaya Powa, main point. So Guru's mind is Dharmakaya. Transformed to his mind is transformed to the Dharmakaya. So giving him is Dharmakaya Powa. So that's the teaching. We finished there today. That is the Jigten Sumgon's Powa, you know, his pure Powa. And someone passed away, so also you can chant that, you know, chant that prayer. And also can help for that person, because due to Jigten Sumgon, he did that, his blessing. And his disciple also has no ordinary person, because he has a high level realized. But this point is like needed to benefit this teacher, student, even he died, he benefiting for many generations. That's why this condition comes, he have to die. That's a thing, you know. So if he died like in his true hearts, then Jigten Sumgon not giving this power. So his die, he is liberated, that's it. And he died there, and Jigten Sumgon did this. That means he also wanted to, someone die, not liberating, get something from future for, you know, like something benefit for some others, future beings. So that's all its connections due to their gurus and disciple kindness, and then this teaching is that blessing can benefit us, and also someone who passing away, you do these prayers is benefit. Then also really good practice. Okay, so now do you have any questions?
Yes, Kempola, I have a question.
Can
you hear me, Kempola?
Yes. I can hear you clearly.
When the disciple has shame and he died, so he have attachment, so he couldn't let go. But he must have follows Jigten Sumgon for so many years. He must have a lot of players. He must have accumulated so many things. And so what is his shame? Was his shame that he was not liberated? What's the shame?
So that's answer is really long. Answer is really long. Is also there have so many depending individuals understanding. Yeah. So we just directly kind of like, oh, why he, like, you just think that way, why he shamed because he has so many teachings, why he died that way, and he cannot be shamed because he has so much teachings. And so that's also you can think. Then another way, you know, he died is like not really suffering death. Looks like he showing for death that way because wanted to benefit for many future generations. That's also, I see he has more miraculous performed than others.
So you are saying that he just pretend he's not liberated, but actually he's already liberated. That's what you are saying?
Yeah, so he wanted to have others.
Jigten Sumgon just playing a game. It's not truly his beloved disciple was not liberated. Jigten Sumgon just playing a game, use him to be an example, and then teach people how to do the Dhammakaya.
Not really play game, but it's all connections. Connection comes like that kind of happening, but actually reality is that performing is really benefit for others. Other performance is like just that time. What happens? Someone flew in the sky, they get arura means like another medicine is they bring to their arura medicine. Then there is that thing is that we think so important. Wow, is that he did great, but it's no local. It's bring that no much benefit. So he passed away there. He passing away, and Jigten Sumgon did this teaching, and then this after how many people get benefit? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is, I still have to have time to think about it. But I have the other question is about practice. When you say that when people were having attachment or having like, I like this, I don't like this. And then if I like this, I create the attachment. I don't like this, I create aversion. But naturally in our heart, something percent, of course, we like people to be talking nice about us and didn't like people talking bad about us. That's a very natural tendency. Are we supposed to practice to become totally indifferent and make our heart like a block? Just stop everything when people praising us or when people saying us bad, and we just say, I don't care. But is that being totally indifferent is the practice?
The practice like bring more equanimity, no bias. Someone tell you really say you good words, is you're happy, that is okay. But some people like so much attached to that.
Okay.
So someone say, oh, you are beautiful, then that oh, beautiful is get more courage and pride, and I am number one, you know, like, so then make you crazy, right?
It looks very funny, actually, to me. Kempula, I want
That's
to ask,
attachment. That's an attachment. Yeah. Someone say, "Oh, you are so old," then so sad, and like even no old, but some say, "You're so old, you're so bad." It's like that thing. I'm bad. Then it's become put ourselves is suffering. So that is called like so much followed by the words.
Yeah, it's like the wind
Followed by
blowing the
normal way, and recognize words saying is like accepting, recognize, but no attach, no hatred to like, okay, yes, he's a good person. He's saying things like no harming for others, good words, happy, okay, but no attach to that too much.
And one more question is because I have very difficult childhood and my father was extremely like yelling, screaming, shouting and physically abusive. So when people in front of me, if they start to yell, scream, and everything, I get really like my heartbeat, my physical reaction totally flare up. And so something happened a few days ago when this happened, and I really knew that it's not that person, it's me. The reaction toward this kind of behavior make me really scared and make me go back to the small child. But so I was chanting the sutra with my friend Medicine Buddha sutra, and I was chanting a few, and suddenly I realized, oh, it's not about her, it's about me. And I have to find a way to deal with this kind of situation. So when my karmic impact make me react in certain kind of way, like this way, become very scared or something, in the Dharma way, is the best to deal with it?
Dharma way is you did it just actually great way, you know. When you use like you really recognize that is like come from my, you know, something like karmic imprints. And then you can how to remove that is you meditate, different kind of meditations helps remove that karmic imprint. Yeah. So that
For
is
example,
a Dharma practice.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of a practice will be really good to remove this karmic impact? Chanting?
This practice is like, you know, think about this karmic imprint, the same as the disease, different kind of disease. So yes. This practice is same as the medicines, like which medicines are suitable for me. So like you have to, one person, like, you know, then that situation and which is practice is good to use that. You have to know that way, you know. Actually, generally, all practice helps.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, example, I do the supplication Tara, like when I chant the first beginning, like it's unborn Dharma, that is Lord to myself is no exist, kind of like fierce, empty, you know, myself is no exist, empty nature, be into the empty nature, and then that nature is like empty nature is the same as a Tara. So then you are recognize that, oh, this long as I realize this empty nature is, I feels like joy, happiness is coming. So the or the true happiness is coming from through that. Then it's like release all the fears.
Okay.
So that you know, practice has that kind of different. Some need impermanent meditation. Some need like precious human body meditation. Some need, you know, recognize cause and effect. So some need loving kindness, compassion. Some need bodhicitta. Some need this Mahamudra teachings. Different kind they need. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tempura.
Rinpoche. This is Susie, if I can ask a question.
Yes.
On the last part of the text, you talk about the hic and the ka, but you didn't expand on that. Is that for you to say to the individual that's passing, or is that for yourself?
Oh, in this sentence, Lama Tukapi, Guru's heart. You mean there?
It says, let me go back to it. It says at the end, at the conclusions, say hic 7 times and ka to push down the sphere, which I assume is the sphere in the channel, to with ka.
Oh, this one, I have this, didn't say, but that is like who know the power practice, they can do that.
To a different individual?
Or
is it for self? I understand it to be for self.
It's you can use this for power for others too.
Okay, but not the hic and the ka.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
It means like corpse, like the mind is transforming to the Guru's heart. Yeah.
Okay.
So this power is a little bit different than other, you know, like we kind of more, we say traditional power. So it's totally different ways, and like you know the other power is they might use that method, visualize it, then you can use the end of this practice too.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Michael has a question, I think.
Susie asked my question more elegantly, so it's been answered. Thank you so much, Kenpo, and thank you, Susie.
Oh, you're welcome. Teresa, right? Teresa. You are mute.
Okay, so it must have been Tess. Hey, let's let Linda go
Yes, yeah.
first because she tried to ask, but yes. Let Linda go first. Mine are short.
Yes. What is? Yours is mute. I cannot hear her question.
Let Linda speak first.
Oh, Linda is before.
Linda, you had a question, right? Oh, no. Okay, I'll go. This is a series, but they're very brief. And you can probably go yes or no on a lot of well, there's not a lot. They're like, okay. So first of all, one is out of curiosity, this statement of if you hear thunder without rain, in an empty, or if you hear thunder in an empty sky, I forget what the exact thing. I have to look at my own writing, go back to the reference. But my question is, I had heard recently and heard long a time ago, so I know it's true because I refreshed, that if you actually comprehend Manjushri's teachings, you will hear a boom. Some say like a cannon, some say like a thunder. Is this pith instruction a reference to that effect of realization?
No, this is a fake thunder.
But have you ever heard of this thing about the boom that some people hear upon realization of Manjushri's teachings?
I don't remember, maybe not.
Okay. A lot of people don't, but I know I read it both in the Gelugpa. Now I think this is arising again in the Kagyu. Okay, and then conduct small and each. You know the point about like a teacher's conduct or anybody's conduct of realizing the relative. Okay, it's tiny like a hair, tiny like a hair. Okay, their conduct. So it has in small. It has to show appreciation of it. My question is this a method of discerning? I think it would be not discriminating, but discerning the quality of a teacher.
Sorry, but I didn't understand.
Well, teacher's conduct or guru's conduct. Okay, so being able to discern if someone has a really how to discern how complete someone's discernment is of realizing relative truth is like a hair. Their actions, small actions, affect things. Their understanding of karma, a cause and effect. Okay. So would looking at a guru's conduct then be a method of assessing their comprehension of relative truth by what they do? For instance, other words, if the teacher's out boozing it up and trying to pick up girls every night at the bar, might be a questionable about their, or it might be they're working at a very fine level and have gone right on through. I use the analogy of you hold a Kleenex.
Okay, I get that.
Real tight, and then
Yes,
you can poke your finger through it.
Tess.
It's easy.
So I understand, but I really don't know how to give an answer for that.
Okay, then let me see if I can
Sorry
help
about that.
clarify this.
Yes.
So the next part, I have a follow up on that, and that this is the last three. Or could it be that, let me say it like this. How could you, if you saw that occurring, something that was like questionable, how can you further address that in yourself? There's the example, for example, of the 3 pots. One's upside down, one has a hole, and one is dirty. You can't use, none of those are fit vessels. You can't use them. So if you look at a guru's conduct, well, then maybe these questions build on your teachings. This is your fault, Kempo. The guru's mind, transferring to the guru's mind. If you have, if you have having problems with, oh, the babysitter said it'll be an hour and it's been 3, then transfer your mind to the guru's heart. Is that, and that's the Dharmakaya Poa. So is that transfer to the guru's heart the same as breaking, as when you're meditating, breaking the eggshell? Is that breaking the eggshell for the villager yogi? For the villager yogi, breaks the eggshell, sits in ordinary until they break the eggshell, looking for who's doing the, who's doing the meditating, who is. Is that the same then as transferring your mind to the guru's heart?
That is a different way. That means like
Is it?
You don't need other relying on. This one is relying on others. So Guru really helping.
But the Guru is the same as your.
So that's why Jigten Sumgon, he has realized. Where is he gone, right?
I'm here.
Oh, disappear from my view.
I'm up in my left-hand corner. I'm here. I am here.
Okay. So the main point is like this one is like he has like these teachings realized, but some reasons he forget, like Guru needed to help.
Yes.
Other one, like you just before we die, we practice, you get realization. So that's the difference is.
I'm not sure which you're saying is which. To me, they sound both like before you die.
You're talking about the last teaching. You're talking about the last week teaching?
The last.
Okay.
We learned about the eggshell
Eggshell
during a
means
Mahamudra
last
teaching.
week,
And we had I'm not sure which.
Last week I shared that teaching, so you can go through me, so you can realize yourself.
Yeah.
And that is called, okay, we say self-liberation. You can liberation yourself. This one is you have a good level, but still you need someone help.
I'm going to question that, since this is actually an issue of non-duality and how you realize that non-duality. And once you realize the non-duality, why does it matter? Because it was non-dual to begin with.
Sometimes I don't know, like that kind of happiness.
It's like no effort.
Okay. We ask Jigten Sumgon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good. So prayer. And in the center is a marvelous Buddha, Amitabha, boundless light. On the right side is a Lord of great compassion, and on the left is Vajrapane, the Lord of powerful means, all are surrounded by limitless Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Immeasurable peace and happiness is the blessed for purely over there watching. When I and all beings pass from samsara, may we be born there without taking samsara rebirth. May I have the blessing of speaking Amitabha face to face, by the power of blessing of the Buddhas and the Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions. May we attain this aspiration without hindrance. Tiyata Pinzandaya Avambodanaya Soha. Bodhicitta, the excellent precious mind, where it is humble, may it arise, where it is a born, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher. By this virtue may all achieve ambition. By defeating all enemies, confusion, may all who travel on the waves of birth, old age, sickness, and death cross the ocean of samsara, as Manjushri Devero realized the ultimate state, and as did Samantha Bada, I will follow in the path and fully dedicate all the merit for all sentient beings. May the teachings of the great Gomparana Shiri, whose omniscient Lord of Dharma, Master of interdependence, continue and increase through study, practice, contemplation, and meditation, and the end of the samsara.
Thank you, Kempo.
Thank you, Kempola.
Thank you, Kempola.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Kempo.
Good job, Kempo.
Thank you,
Thank
Kempo.
you, Kempo.
Thank you.
Be well,
Thank you,
everyone.
Sangha.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
you.
Thank you.
Permanent, we know it's separating again, so coming back again next week, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
In the morning, star shine.
Be born again tomorrow.
You need.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.